For those of you who don't know me, I thought I would take this time to tell a little bit of my story and why I now do the work that I do. So I literally finished university, got a job, got married, had kids, created a family and a home, had a great career, had a husband and children and whole circle that I really loved. And I really do think that at the time, I really did appreciate my life. And all of a sudden, it all blew up. Literally, you know how they say a minute can change your life? Well, a minute changed my life. And I was now a single self-employed mother of 3 young children, trying to figure out how to manage this huge agency that I had built that was now at $20 million with 70 people at head office, 5,000 across the country, a holding company that was constantly pushing me to earn more money for the organization, pay people less, hold all value stretches, time stretches. My kids were in tons of activities, which I loved and thought it was really healthy for them. But at the same time, I really struggled keeping it all together. And I know at times I wasn't necessarily the best boss, definitely not always the best mom. I'm probably not always the best person because I was literally torn in a million different directions. So I did what I think most people do, and I bought every self-help book that was out there because I was determined to try and figure out how to piece my life together and not be a neurotic mess and live the life that I had envisioned for my children and myself and my family and my colleagues. And truthfully, I couldn't find anything that connected all the dots. And I got hired coaches, I found mentors, I did all the things that I think so many of us do when we're trying to get our life on track. And to be clear, the devastation was the loss of my marriage and the implosion of my life. So I'm thankful and I'm grateful that it wasn't anything more tragic than that. But at the same time, it sent my life in this huge spiral. All of that said, what I ended up doing was leaning into my business success, because in business we have strategic frameworks and we have check-ins and we have goals and KPIs and ways of, literally constantly keeping on top of all of the work that we do and how we do it and ensuring that our business stays viable and successful. And so as a result of that, I took those things that were making my business life successful and I morphed them into tools that I could use and apply to my personal life. And it started to clear the clutter in my head and clear the clutter in my life and help me to get things on track so that I could create the life that I had envisioned for myself and my family. And now fast forward 20 years later, I do have the life that I envisioned for my family because I am now a huge believer and follower of those frameworks. I know that they work. I shared them with over 5,000 people. So why am I reaching out to you? I get that life is challenging. And in fact, right now, I think we are in some of the most challenging times that I have ever certainly witnessed in my life, from a global perspective, as well as from a very up close and local perspective. And so I think now perhaps is a time to lean into some of those tools. And I'd truly like to share them with you because I truly know for a fact that they can make your life and your journey easier. And I wish that for all of us. I truly do believe that we can live the life we desire and deserve. It takes a little bit of work to do that, but it's not as much work as you think. And that's the whole point. You can write a strategic plan for a business in a couple of hours, and we do that so easily because it's part of the expectation of our life. So just imagine if you did that for your personal life. Expectations for work we get paid for, so we just do them so naturally. But I think we have to do that for our personal lives. Our lives are the most precious things that we have. And we only get one shot at this. Well, that's probably not true. We probably do get many shots, but that's a different conversation. But my whole point to you is I think it's worth it to take the time to write the plan and to ensure that you live the life that you really want for yourself. And it is achievable, but we can't just simply put the thought out there. We've really got to think through, what is it that we want? Why do we want it? And then what is the path to achieving it? And so I think my tools and frameworks can help you. If you're interested, please have a look. All the links and ways to get hold of me are in my bio, and I'm here to help you live the life I think you deserve and that I want for you. That's what I am on a mission to do. So please join me, and let's all live an amazing life together.